What's up, everyone? This is Syn Meister of Painscale. Please do watch and subscribe Channa Channa Channa, the number one metal talk show podcast. Click subscribe and listen to all of the podcast of Channa. Ah.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of my podcast. We have a very special guest today. We have Jordan Mecate or Syn Meister of Painscale. Hi Jordan.
Yeah, what's up, guys? This is Syn Meister of Painscale or Jordan Mecate. So that's it.
Yeah, hi.
Welcome to China, China, China.
Hi Jordan. So
Yeah.
I mean
What's up, bro?
I know you as Syn Meister, right? So I'll call you Syn because
Yeah.
So how are you doing?
That's because of my stage name. So far, I'm okay with all the things that's going on right here in the world right now. It's really quite exhausting, with mentally, physically, with all the pandemic thing that is going on. We need to, socially distance each other when going outside, and just, it's really a new thing for all of us. But
Right.
it's a thing that we can all get through it. So we need to continue to adapt and what's happening in our environment so we can survive. So that's technically what I have been thinking for months now, because for 5 months or 6 months already, right? Since the
Yeah, I
lockdown.
think it's around 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, and the first 2 months actually that was the most challenging one, because you really can't go outside.
Hmm.
Of course, you can go outside for to buy some groceries and medicines and all of that, but going outside the metro, seeing no cars, no people around, no establishments, no light on the evening,
Hmm.
on the nighttime, and it's really quite different from what we're used to. So it was really, really hard, but we're still here. We're alive and kicking. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's like when you walk outside, it's like Walking Dead, right? It's like nobody's there.
Yes, actually, the first 2 months of the lockdown, me and my girlfriend used to go outside. We took a stroll every, like, once a week or twice a month, something like that, just to keep our sanity.
Right.
We used to go to places where we used to hang out, like in BGC, in the Entertainment City, MOA area, and all of that. But we don't go outside the car. We're just strolling around. So just to keep our mind occupied and not really think about the pandemic at its worst. So
Right.
that's it. That's how we cope up mentally. So yeah,
But
that's pretty
does
much it.
that does the lockdown period help you with, like, I believe that there's more time now, so are you able to spend that time on music or practicing?
Yes, actually, I did. Not just only with my thing, with music and the band, but as a person, I get to reflect of what I have been doing for the past years with my life, and
Right.
I think I have grown mature right now after this lockdown and what's happening with the world. And there are some positive things that happened in my life during these hard times.
Right.
So that's it. It's kind of a blessing and a curse. So yeah. And with playing guitars, I actually, during the start of the lockdown, I said, I'm gonna write a lot of songs. I'm gonna play more guitar, I'm gonna practice a lot. But none of that happened actually. Yeah. The fire in me in making music was ablazing. But as time goes by, when you're not mentally really into it, the negativity, it's really hard to be creative. But
Mm.
lately, for the past like 2 to 3 months, I've surpass it all. I I I think I've come to the stage where I have been more creative lately, and I've been writing, for our new materials with Painscale, because our original plan this year was to promote the album, which we launched on last March 7th. That was actually our last gig for this year because that was where before the lockdown starts. And since we can't really promote it live, we just have to get through it and come on, let's just write some new stuff for the next record. And that's it.
Yeah. So, Syn, I think what I remember is I first met you, or we talked in 2012, SummerSlam.
Yes, I think that was the first time we talked. But the first ever show that I went to was Arch Enemy. I believe you were there, right?
Right. That is 2009,
Because
right?
2009, October 20, 2009.
Right.
Because that was my first show. I have been looking for some friends. I don't have any friends. I was 17 back then. So the first few people I've noticed was you, JB Roque,
Right.
Chan, and I forgot the others, man. But you three are the most, recognizable during the
Yeah.
time. But we have started to talk during 2012 with the Arch Enemy again in Pulp Summer Slam, I believe.
Right. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Because I think I saw we have meet and greet photos with the bands, and we are together as a group in 2012,
Yes.
right?
That was also with August Burnshred, right?
Yeah, August Burns Red, we came as Romans,
Yes. Actually,
Periphery.
most of the pictures we were together.
Yeah.
Me, Raymond, that was crazy, crazy times.
Yeah. So, Syn, can you tell me a little bit about your childhood, and then how did you discover the metal?
My childhood with music relatedly. I grew up in a family which loves music. My father was a seafarer, and whenever he's home, he plays a lot of 80s music and 70s. So, like ACDC, Scorpions, and all the likes. But what really hooked my interest with music was my grandfather, who was a musician. He plays guitar, piano, but he was pushing me to learn music, learn his kind of music, the kundiman thing, the Filipino kundiman and classic. And I don't really imagine myself doing that. So growing up, there was a computer shop in front of our house, and they jam a lot. The people there jams a lot using the guitars and beatbox. What was that? Is that a beatbox?
Right.
And they used to drink a lot too. So every time I see them from our house, they're really enjoying it. The music, the vibe of having the camaraderie. That's what I like about it during that time. So I said, I want to play guitar. So when I get older with my friends, we could jam, and drink and have fun and all that. So that was the start of me having an interest in music. But as it progressed, I got into rapping. The hip hop. I used to really like Eminem
Right.
and Snoop Dogg and all that thing. I until now I like them, but it was my brother when I was on the fourth grade who introduced me to Slapshock. Because my brother he was like the cool kid back then, and he was into Linkin Park, Slapshock, Limp Bizkit, and he was like hey, you should listen to this. They're really cool right now. And I said, okay, I'm gonna listen. And I got hooked. The first time I've heard the hit song of Slapshock that time was Wake Up. I think it was on Mix or MTV that time. And I said, wow, I like the aggressiveness. I just don't like the music video because they are in a morgue playing, rocking up the morgue with a dead body, and I was like scared that time. So I really don't like the music video, but I like the music. And it all started there. It grew in me. But as I was growing up, my mother, being a Filipino mom, said, "Don't listen to that music. That's the devil music. No, come on, son, don't do that." So I was like, "Okay, mom, I'll try to not listen to it." But during on my high school, I really can't hide it in me. Every time I hear rock music, the distorted sound, the the live kicking of a drum, it really, there's a fire in me, the metal. I'm a natural metalhead. So that, I think, really, when I as I grow older, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna listen to it anyway. So it's not bad, but and I love it and I really enjoy it, man. So if you enjoy it, you should go for it, right?
Right. So,
That's
how did you learn to play guitar?
with my friends on the computer shop. They taught me to play guitar because my grandfather was insistent with his music. He said, "I only gonna teach you if you're gonna play kundiman." And I was like, "No, I just really can't, man." So I said, "I'm going to my friends. I'm gonna ask them to teach me how to play guitar," and then they taught me to play one. The first song that I ever played was Halaga by Parokya ni Edgar.
Right.
And the next one is Harana, because they were the hottest bands, OPM, that time. So that was the first few things that I've learned from guitar.
Right. Start playing guitar. When did you first perform in front of a crowd?
Yeah, that was on my third year, I believe, third year high school. Um, that time, I really wanted to become a drummer. But on my third year high school, I asked my mom to buy me drums. But when we were already in the music store, my brother and sisters told him, "We're gonna buy a drum that's gonna be loud in our house. That's too noisy. Why don't you just pick another instrument?" So
Right.
I was like, "Come on, man." Yeah, whatever. I just pick a guitar. So that is where it all started. But I wasn't really very good at playing guitar that time. So with my high school friends, with my classmates, they were really into music. They were really into jamming and, in a band. But they already have two guitarists. It was Kin and Nell, and I really wanted to play guitars for our band, for our section, but I just can't because there are already two guitarists. So I said, okay, whatever. And they were looking for a bassist, and I said, okay, I can be a bassist. That's just one note per fret, just playing like this, like that. So I said, I can do that. Yeah. And then I was a bassist for my first band, and we only played once, you know, in our school. That was our acquaintance party. And would you like to guess what song we played?
Slapshock?
To give you a hint, that time was around 2007, 2006.
Right.
To give you a hint, that song was the hottest pogi rock that time. You know Pogi Rock?
No.
And that has become a meme to musicians right now.
Right.
The song was Magbalik.
Right.
Yeah, Magbalik, man. The we played that. That was our first song to ever play live. And then my dream back then was to just play in front of our town plaza.
Right.
And that has never happened yet. So I'm really looking forward to it. I was I was planning to organize an event for our town plaza for Painscale to play there, but it's not happening really right now with the COVID thing. So maybe next time I will be able to play at our town plaza to have it checked on my bucket list.
Right. So while you're learning, you're playing your guitar. So you, I mean, as I know you, I mean, you're also one of those few people who tend to go to a lot of concerts, right? A lot of gigs, and you're kind of regular as
Yes,
well. So when did you first went to SummerSlam?
that was 2012, my first Summer Slam.
Right.
I've been really wanting to go there since 2008, but I have a lot of friends discouraging me. Because I have one friend who have they had their group of friends went to SummerSlam. I think that was 2011 or 2010, something like that. But there were some crazy dudes who just stabbed one of his friends, and that friend died.
Right.
So that was what keeps me discouraged in watching Pulp Summer Slam because of that kind of stories. But on the 2012, I said I think 2012 I was 20 or 19 that time. I said I can't handle myself. If someone's gonna stab me, I'm gonna fuck his life. Sorry for the word. Maybe you can just bleep it out.
It's okay. It's okay. So you went first 2012. You were there for most of the years, right?
Yes, actually until 20. There is only one Pop Summer Slam I've missed since 2012, and that was 2018 with At the Gates.
Right.
Because of my work, I was in Alabang during 2018 Pop Summer Slam. I was thinking, fuck man, they're already out there playing. It's Pop Summer Slam right now, and I'm here in the office. So I said, fuck this job. I'm gonna resign soon.
Right.
So yeah, that was the only Pop Summer Slam I've missed.
Yeah, and then sadly, this year we didn't have SummerSlam because of this
Yeah,
COVID. So anyway,
it's that's Iron Maiden, Baby Metal, Dragon Force. I think one of the best lineup so far, Pop Summer Slam. And aside from that, Slipknot, during March 2020, right? And there is Dreamcatcher, April, all canceled.
yeah,
So,
everything cancelled.
there's nothing we can do.
What was your
That's out of our control.
What was your favorite SummerSlam?
My favorite Summer Slam. Actually, every year it's my favorite, but I say 17 with
With
Megadeth.
with Megadeth, right?
Yeah, that's really different when they play. The first time I've seen them play, that was July 27, 2012, right?
2012, yes.
Yes, I was dressed up as Big Knucklehead, Filipino version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest idea I've ever come up with. Uh, I think I've come up with that idea 2 weeks before the show, and I said I'm gonna buy a mask, but I tried to contact them. They said that it would take like 4 weeks to complete the mask, and I only have 2 weeks before the show. So I just decided to, do it myself, shape, bit of shape with mold. I use clay. I put clay wrap on my face and then just, and that's how I made the mold from a shape thing. And it took me like more than a week to complete the mask. And with the barong, I don't have suit that fits me that time. So I said, I'm just gonna wear this barong, and it's gonna represent the Philippines because
Right.
that's a localized version of Big Rattlehead, and I was really happy with it. Uh, I came late with the traffic because I that time I think I had an examination in school, and I just finished it really quick, so I can from our university going to World Trade Center. I know it's gonna be traffic,
Right.
so I went there late, and then there was already a long queue of people, going inside, and I said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna get the back." So with my mask, I already wore it when I went to the entrance, and then I saw Raymond, you, JB, and RB, and everyone in the metal royalties. They called me, "Hey, come here, get on the line." So I bypassed the long line with my mask. So that's it. Everyone was asking for a picture, and even Vernon and Happy C, they were really happy to see me wearing the mask. So
Right.
it was a fun experience. I wasn't really my what I was thinking when I created the mask was not to get the attention of everyone of Megadeth, but it was to or to welcome Megadeth here in the Philippines. And
Right.
I was happy that it turned out so well. Dave smiling at me, and Chris Broderick too, and it was fun.
Yeah, I remember you that with the. I think we have a group picture of with you in the mask. So Jordan,
I have a picture that,
yeah, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. So, so I know Painscale the band actually existed quite long time already, right? So,
Yes.
but when did you join Painscale? How did that happen?
Um, Painscale has been around for like since 2008, 2009, and I got invited to join on the 2014. That was around May 2014. Amard contacted me. He asked me if I could play their song because they were looking for a guitarist. So I said, okay, let me try. So Amard, um, we've been friends for a while that time.
Hmm.
We've been trading gears from film music, and that's pretty much it. Where I have studied their songs, and I was actually a fan before,
Right.
even before they contacted me. I was a fan because during 2009, 2010, 11, 12, they were one of the tightest band locally. So they were really really good, especially live. So it was very easy for me to learn their song just because I know it by heart. I sing along with it even when I wasn't a pain scale yet before.
Hmm.
So after that, when we only I think we only jammed once, and then I got in. He said, "Okay, you're in the band," and then we have like actually a month to prepare because August 1, 2014, we have a show in Bagong Silang. together with Valley of Chrome. And I said, wow, that's a big thing for me because I'm a big fan of Valley of Chrome.
Right.
So I really, really practice hard so I can, I can get my thing together, my picking and, just playing live because I think since 2010 with my real band back then, it was Silence of the Lambs. We were the only deathcore band in the metal scene that time. We broke up 2012. So after that, 2012, 13, 14, I don't have really, I wasn't really playing in a band. So I didn't practice that much. I was into other things. But with that 1 month of training, of practicing music of Painscale, I was happy that I was able to, to cope up with their skills. And that was one of the memorable show I've had because I didn't imagine that number of crowd. It was like 3,000 to 4,000 people were playing in front of. So that was a crazy experience for me. I was only used to play like 50 to like a maximum of 50 to 100 person in a bar, but that was actually really really funny too. I plug in my guitar and the on stage, and then I looked to the crowd, and I got dizzy, man. It's like I'm seeing a lot of stars, the lights, camera, the crowd, you know. I was like, what the fuck? So, but you need to step up, and you need to step up your game. So you won't have that stage fright. So yeah, that was one of the most memorable gig with Painscale. And from there, actually, I joined Painscale. The whole album is written out. It's already written.
Right.
It was just it needs some arrangement for the most part, but it was all there. So we picked a few songs to be recorded. That was Mga Mata, and in other songs, that Mga Mata was our favorite in 2014, 2015. Mga Mata has been around like since 2012, I guess, or 2010, but it has been officially, jammed when I came into Painscale and me and RJ because, you know, I think they were having some problems with their previous members and with the things that they are into that time. So when me and RJ came into Painscale, we kind of pushed everyone to write songs and to finish the whole album. So yeah, that was really cool. 2014 was a blast for everyone in the Painscale family.
Right. So I know that you mentioned like that before, that your Slapshock was one of the like first bands that you
Yes.
you listened to, and then you actually opened for them, right?
Yes. In Korea.
Wow.
Not just in Korea, actually here in the Philippines too. I think we opened several times here. So really, really dream come true for me with them, with all their songs, their aggressiveness, their fashion, they were geekies back then. They're like the cool kid, you know. So yeah,
How was the
we
experience?
opened for them in South Korea.
Yeah.
What?
Tell me about the Korean
We've
experience
opened
going to Korea.
for them in South Korea. That was fun, and a lot of crazy things happened. Um, that was actually the only show that I felt that I'm a real rock star. because of the treatment of the production there, man. That was crazy. You know, we were happy all the time when we were there. You know, having problems with the visa because our drummer wasn't able to come with us, so we need to, you know, hire some metal drummer from that is based in Korea, but we were lucky to find one, and he was a fan of Painscale too, but he only know how to play our old songs, so we needed to change our lineup of songs, and we actually played like 3 old songs that time, and it was really fun. We only jammed there twice, and we were really happy that everything that to jam we were already tight. So I said we're not gonna have a problem here because our drummer is skilled, and you know we just just connected for that show. And when we when we come to the venue, that was a real completely different experience what from the shows we have here in the Philippines, because the moment we entered the venue, everyone was like, "Oh my God, they're here! It's Painscale!" So I was like, "Wow! Oh, they know us! They know us!" Because there were a lot of posters in Seoul, you know, promoting the event, and you know, Slapshock is internationally acclaimed. So everyone knows the Slapshock. When they see the poster, they see the scale, and that I think that have recognized us. There's autographs, and you know, it made us really happy. The treatment of the production was amazing. Um, it was a great experience, and we were set to play again in South Korea. That supposedly this year, but you know, it it has to be canceled. You know, with the COVID thing that is happening. That was that was a dream come true for us, for everyone in the band, because the venue was, I think Slash played there, Simple Plan, Dua Lipa, Steve Vai, and many other great musicians and artists. And we said, yeah, I think we're a great artist now because we played at a great venue where great artists perform, and we played there. So I think we're great now.
Yeah. So the album actually was released in March this year, right? Just before quarantine, right? Just before lockdown.
Just before quarantine, lucky that we released it on that date because we were planning to release it April's like April 24 or something.
Right.
And one of our members just said, "Come on, let's do it 7." But we're really lucky that we launched it on that date because it will never be released, you know, or just have a digital release of the album. So the whole album actually took a while before it was finished because along the way we changed lineup. You know, back in 2017, 2 of our members left, Vic and RJ, for some reasons, and the whole 2018 was, you know, we were just on hiatus. We don't know if we're gonna be able to be back as a band because it's really hard to find members that will, you know, you have that chemistry, you have the same drive of everyone, because it's really important that the desire to finish the album, to perform live, not just perform, but perform very well. Because there are a lot of musicians here in the Philippines. Filipinos are really talented persons, but it's really hard to find the right one for the band,
Right.
for a band. So we were lucky. Michael, Kagape, and Justin came in for the bass and the drummer part. And actually, Michael, or M Kagape, is a sound engineer. He has his own studio in Caloocan, and he's a really, really great drummer. And he almost like recreated all the drum tracks for the whole album. And we were so happy about his taste with the what happened to every song. And then Justin, he's a great bassist. He also plays bass or I think guitar with A Message Made by Knife. So yeah, everyone, they are the two right people we actually need to be able to bounce back.
Mm.
2018 slump. So 2019, we fully recorded the whole album. The whole album was finished, I think, like December of 2019, and we have it mixed uh, December, January. So the whole album were mixed February, mid of February, and we just let's just release it because that was long overdue.
Mm.
So it was really a struggle and literally blood, sweat, and tears for all of us. So it was a dream come true to have that album launched.
Right. How's the response to the album?
We weren't really are promoting and selling the album because you know shipping or logistics is quite hard right now, and going to the like LBC have it shipped is that there's a long queue and all, and to be a help and just go out there for the most important reason. So we don't really ship the album right now. We're kind of not promoting it, but we encourage everyone to listen to it just in Spotify and other online platforms. And so far the response of the listeners are amazing, man. I didn't really expect that
Mm.
people would actually listen to us because number one, not everyone would like metal, but and metalheads that they're actually okay with it. Um, but we were targeting the not so metal guys, so everyone from that range, not so metal to metalheads, we received a great response. And actually, I think I lost track of how many plays we have on Spotify and downloads in total, but so far so good. I sent you one album. I haven't sold anyone, but I'll give you a free one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jordan,
Because most of the people asking for the album draft, but since it's lockdown, we can't really have it signed by each and every member. So maybe we're gonna resume when the curve has flattened, and all that thing.
Right. So Jordan, I saw the news. I saw this on the internet that you recently joined the Solar Guitars.
Yeah.
So you're now exclusively playing Solar Guitars?
Yes, I am now exclusively playing solar guitars. I was actually really excited to join them because I've been a fan of Ola since like 2010 or
Yeah.
earlier, because he's been doing a lot of gear reviews, and I love watching it. And then until such time that he started his own guitar company, Solar Guitars, I got really curious because it's really nice looking, and it's really cool when you see Ola play solar guitars. But I actually haven't seen one in person. But recently, I was able to get a Solar V1.7 FBB, and I was surprised. It's made in Indonesia, but the quality is, it's a quality that you don't expect from a guitar that is made in Indonesia. You know, it's really, really good. It can compete with higher brands, with like ESP and Ibanez, Japan, the prestige models. Um, I've been pretty much using ESP since like 2011, and ESP is the peak. It's the can I how do I say this? I mean, it's the guitarist. It's the you would love to play on stage. ESP because of the craftsmanship and the quality, the total overall so amazing.
Mm.
I didn't imagine, playing other guitars aside from ESP. I've tried PRS, I've tried Ibanez, but you know, I always come back to ESP until last August when I played a solar guitar. I said that's really really amazing. The quality, man, the the tone, the craftsmanship. It's totally amazing. I'm not being biased here because I'm a solar guitar artist, but I'm just saying my story with solar guitars. And I didn't really plan to join solar guitar as an artist, but as I checked their website, Ola, I think the mission statement of solar guitars is to produce outstanding quality guitars with premium construction and premium features, that all at fair price. And that struck me. I said that's one good thing. If I'm going to have an advocacy as a guitarist, I think that's a great place to start. Spreading a great quality guitar that is
Mm.
fair priced. With solar guitars, let's say you have a $1,000 solar guitar, you can have that, all the features of that guitar, you can have that with ESP triple or double the price. And you get the same quality, you get the same features, you get almost the same sound,
Mm.
almost the same craftsmanship, if not the same. So I said, this is a good place to be in with solar guitars. So it has become one of my mission statement to, you know, spread the awareness of most guitarists to to come and check solar guitars because it's fair priced and it's made by a guitarist to every guitarist.
Right.
So that's it with solar guitars.
So Sin, for Painscale, what you guys thinking of doing? What's your plans for the rest of the year and then early 2021?
Um, for now, we to make new materials. With Painscale, we're starting to write songs and riff. Actually, just a couple of weeks ago, we started it. And for the shows, and if we're concerts and shows, will be able to resume, that's the time we're gonna, like maybe mid 2021 or late 2021, we start having show. Um, and me, I'm starting to, maybe try a solo album, instrumental solo album with my, because I've been really wanting to do that. And future plans, I'm gonna start,
Right.
streaming games, and just like what Matt Heafy is doing, you know, playing guitar, playing games, and all that. Because that's we stay at home and not, being a dickhead outside.
Yeah. So, any message to the Painscale fans?
To the Painscale fans, I'd like to say thank you for being there, for your patience and for your support, because you know the album was long overdue, and we we weren't really, you know we had a hard time completing that album because of some circumstances. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you for staying with us, and we'll see you soon, guys. Just don't be a headache right now. Follow the protocols. Stay at home. Wear your mask, wear your face shield, and don't go outside when you don't have important to do. Okay?
Right. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Shout out to my bandmates, Amar, Hill, Justin, Cyrus, my friends, Matt, Grant, and Son, everyone in the Metal Royalty family, China, Inds, JB, RV, Raymond, everyone. I,
Right.
I can't tell all names, but everyone in the metal, everyone who loves metal, everyone who's watching right now, everyone who's listening right now, every person in the world, I want to say hi to you. Shout out to you.
Yeah. So, Sin, it's nice to talk to you, and
And of course, I want to thank you, man.
yeah, it's been a pleasure. So,
I want to
I
thank you for,
yeah, go ahead.
I want to thank you for inviting me to your show. I was actually thinking about it, like around August, something like that. Maybe one day I want to be, be interviewed by Channa. I always watch some of your videos with your podcast. And so maybe one day I'll be there. So it's here right now. So thank you, Channa, and I want to thank you for your, undying love and support for metal, because of you there is metal royalty.
Right.
And your support not just to the international metal bands but also local metal bands. We appreciate it really, man. So salute to you. And yeah,
Thank you. So, all the best
yeah,
on your pain scale, and also I hope you will put out a solo album. I would really like to listen to
yes,
that.
yes,
So, take care and stay safe. Stay metal.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.